storyteller. My first job in Korea was at KAIST, and one of the reasons I took that job was because of my interest in science. And when I was there, I got to meet the president was an American Nobel Prize winner, Dr. Laughlin. So I got to meet him and talk to him. And he was also a musician, he was a composer. So I got to play for him a few times. He listened to me play. He was very brilliant. I started in the U.S., usually in a public school. I went to a public school in the 4th grade. When you're 10, the school asks you, do you want to play an instrument? And I did. I knew I wanted to play an instrument. Actually, I wanted to play trombone. And I told my parents I want to play trombone, but my dad said, why don't you play clarinet? Because he liked clarinet. I didn't like clarinet. When I grew up, there was no clarinet. There's hardly any rock song that had a clarinet, except for one Beatles song, When I'm 64. That's the only clarinet I knew. So it wasn't an instrument that I had a good feeling for. But my dad said, oh, also my friend has a clarinet, we can get it for free. So I let him convince me, and I played clarinet, which I didn't really have much of a passion for that. I did it, and I was pretty good at it, but not inspired. But when I was 18, I got a saxophone, and the saxophone is I have much more of a feeling for saxophone. And so then I became very interested in music when I started playing my saxophone. People often like to ask me, how long have you been playing saxophone? It's a very common question. And usually I tell them, now I ask them, do you want to know the real answer, or do you want to know what I tell everybody? I tell them 2 years.
Why?
It's not true, but I tell them 2 years because I think, why do they ask me? A long time. Why do they care how long I've been playing? Like if I say, oh, I've been playing 6 months, they say, oh, you're a genius. But what if I say, oh, I've been playing 30 years? Like, 30 years? You should be better. Why? Why not better? So I wonder, why are they curious? And then I decided the reason is, what they really want to know is, how long would it take me to be able to play like you? That's what they want to know. And I believe the answer is 2 years. I think if you play an instrument every day, like for just 30 minutes, in 2 years you will be able to express yourself. Maybe you won't have as much technique, but you don't need technique to express yourself. You can express yourself with just a few notes. You can make beautiful music. So I tell them 2 years, because that's what I think they want to know. But I've had drunk people attack me 3 or 4 times, actually physically attack me, try to punch me or push me. And there was a store that was closed. And then, there was another store next door, and she liked me. And there was a cafe, but they seemed to like me. So I played there, but just, I think Monday night, the owner of the place that's closed came, and at first he was really drunk. And then he started attacking me, like slapping me. That's the worst part of it, is the old drunk men. Because those guys are often they're angry, frustrated, and they want to fight. I really don't like angry drunk people. That's the biggest danger. I think playing for a large audience is always really thrilling. If you're connecting with that many people, it just multiplies. So Yeah, sometimes I had the chance in the U.S. to play for a large audience, maybe 1,000 or 2,000 people.
Wow.
And that's very scary, but it's also very thrilling. And in Korea, sometimes I had a chance to play for a large audience, like at Pokgo Chukje, Cherry Blossom Festival. Maybe there's 300 or 400 people listening to me at a time. Or even at the Nori Talk with Soundbox, there's often 200 or 300 people listening at night. So that's always very memorable. But I think any time where I'm connecting deeply with somebody through the music, that's very memorable.